This is Industrial Edge, a podcast where we discuss the cutting edge world of factory automation and the technologies shaping the future of the industry.
So I'm Lacey Chandler, and I'm sitting here with Sam Ghazarian. We are at the 2024 Almond Board Conference in Sacramento at the Safe Credit Union Convention Center. We're having a good time out here. It's day two.
Day two.
A lot of good energy. Do you agree?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
It's great energy.
It's palpable, no?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It is.
I feel it. I feel it.
It is.
I'm really thankful that you took time out of your busy conference day to chat with us, because I'm very curious about what you do, and I really would like to get more information out there.
Of course.
So if you could please take a minute to introduce yourself, tell us a little bit about you, your business, what you're doing here at the show, that'd be great.
Yeah. My name is Sam Ghazarian. I am 36 years old, and I love what I do. We build custom food processing and material bulk handling equipment. And it didn't start out that way. My dad started the business about 30 years ago and doing just repair work for processors around the Central Valley. Just doing repairs, doing simple jobs here and there, and then it just slowly grew and grew into what we do today. I mean, we build full scale processing lines like the one behind me, and it's going very well. And I love it. It's not boring. It's always something new. And especially working with Chandler Automation, it makes it that much more fun and exciting.
It is fun. Huh?
Yeah.
Plenty of jokes.
Oh yeah, plenty of jokes, endless jokes. Your husband, he cracks me up every conversation. It's awesome.
Hey, maybe he should have his own comedy podcast.
He really should. I think it would take off. People would definitely tune in.
But then what? We need him to do what he's doing now.
I know.
Keep you on track.
He does a million things. He could do it.
It's true.
He can handle it.
Probably could.
I got off track. Where was I?
You were telling us about yourself and what you do, and I have lots of questions.
Sure. Fire away.
What do you mean by build? Like you're making the roofs and the walls? Tell me more about what you define a processing facility to be and what you mean by build it.
So we build the machinery that processes like dried fruits, nuts, vegetables, even raw materials, even things that aren't even food, like battery material, things like that. But we do like vibratory conveyors, belt conveyors, air aspiration systems, augers, metering, like full packaging. It's tailored to whatever the customer's needs are. Like if they'll call us, hey, I have a grading line that I want to replace. It's outdated. It's old. It's slow. It's inefficient. We'll go in there and revamp it. We'll upgrade it, make it twice as fast. You could do twice as much product in half the amount of time, and that saves cost and labor and power and things of that nature.
Who is we?
We, like us.
You say we build it, we go in and do this and that.
GWI.
What is GWI?
Ghazarian Welding Inc.
That's your business.
That's my business.
You said your dad built this business.
He did.
So tell me about that dynamic.
Oh, we fight all the time. We still fight. He's he'll never retire. He always he's always at our shop. I love him to death. I mean, he's my dad.
Yeah.
He's my dad, but we butt heads on everything that we do. He's old school, right? So it's his baby.
When did he establish the business?
95, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 95. I mean, it started out just really small, like 5 guys in the shop, no office people, no engineering, no nothing. And they just did it all by hand and handshakes, and away we go in the 90s. And then slowly, you build an engineering team. And I came into the picture probably 2007, 2008, heavily. I mean, I was always working there when I was a kid. He'd make me get up in the morning at 5 o'clock, just to go sweep his floors.
What a guy.
He just put me to work. He's old school. He says, you know, I don't want you sitting at home watching cartoons. You're gonna come to work, and you're gonna do. And honestly, I love him for it, because now I love what I do, and I'm not a lazy millennial. I work. I really enjoy it.
So you said that started with 5 guys. How many people are there now?
Now we have about 27. We have about 27. We got 3 mechanical engineers, 3 office personnel, myself. I guess you could count my dad. He floats. He hangs out, and the remaining are shop fabricators.
What is your role? The name of your actual role?
Oh man, I'm
Your title?
I do a lot of sales. Well, I'm the president of the company.
There it is.
Yes, I'm the president of the company, but I don't feel like the president.
You know, can I ask you to reintroduce yourself as the president of the company with pride
Sure. Yeah.
and like ownership of it?
Yeah. My name is Sam Ghazarian, and I'm the president of Ghazarian Welding Inc. Is that better?
Yes, thank you. Beautiful. That's how I like to hear it. Do you ever look back at the view while you're climbing the mountain and just survey your lands and look at what you've built and what you've done and how you've done it and
I
be
do.
proud of yourself?
I do. I'm proud of myself. I try really hard, and I think I brought it to the next level. The company brought it to the next level. Before I fully joined, it was very old school. I mean, it was times changed. Technology, clientele, they want different things. The last generation, they weren't caught up with it. Computers are different now, and software is nicer, and you could design things better. I jumped in and implemented all of that.
With some resistance, I'm sure.
Oh, huge resistance. Oh, why are you doing that? It's not how we did it for 20 years, or
This is a common theme, Sam.
Oh yeah.
I just can't stop talking about this and what I see from my angle, which is not your angle, of course, or anyone else's angle, but I'm watching the years pass.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, while technology is accelerating, that's no mystery to anybody at this point. But the absolute need is accelerating to adapt.
Right.
Where it used to not very long ago, like, I don't feel like the 90s were that long ago.
I don't either. It's still
that's not actually true when I think about it, which is actually funny because
it's
90s
flying by. It's flying by.
Anyway. In reference to time immemorial,
Yeah.
the 90s weren't that long ago. And every day that passes, I feel like the absolute need to adapt gets more and more intense for these business owners.
Mm-hmm.
What a blessing that you came along and you had the courage to challenge the status quo and see and have a vision to say, these technologies and tools are available. Why wouldn't we use them?
100%.
Instead of resisting and waiting to the last minute, using an offensive mindset and a long game play mindset.
I mean,
that's why you're successful right now.
There was a lot of pushback,
Well, imagine if you had not and you'd chosen a different path. Where do you think, I mean, you don't have to say it out loud, but where do you think the business would be?
I mean, I don't think we would have come this far. I think we would have stayed in our lane.
Yeah.
Just been doing what we were doing and not expanding. And
You think your dad's proud of you?
I think so. Yeah. He never says it to me, but I'll hear it from other people. We fight all the time, but it's love. It's a love fight,
We all have our different love languages.
Yeah, like everything I wanted to do, he would always have pushback. But then eventually he's like, oh, okay, let's do it. And it works.
So if you just keep
so then
at him,
after that, I was
say
like,
yes eventually.
Okay, I'm going to keep pushing.
You got your methods.
I'm just going to keep
your
going.
strategies.
Yeah.
So when I look at something like this and I think about a processing plant, which still, I think is very hard to even, we're talking about that joke. You could imagine the whole thing. You know what a bar looks like, you know what a horse looks like.
Right.
But there's a real mystery about what happens to our food before we get it. All this metal, all these machines, all these different processes. It's a complex thing.
Mm-hmm.
So when I think about what you're building, even to this day, even though I know what you do, it seems like a real complicated situation to have a handful of people in a shop constructing from scratch useful, complicated machines.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like it would be a really hard business to manage, mitigate risk, get it right.
It is.
How do you manage like that type of training and that type of safety and that type of complexity with the customization of everything?
It's still a work in progress. I mean, there's failures. There's always failure. There's always issues. But, eventually you prevail. You fix the situations and you move on, and you always better yourself. Better the designs and better shop production. Yeah, I mean, to your point, yeah, custom equipment, it's scary. It can easily get sideways. Real easy. And it does. And you just got to be prepared to take that bullet. I mean, you get hit, you move on.
Do you have any automation equipment that you use in your shop?
No, it's all pretty manual. It's I think we should do is buy a bunch of those Tesla robots and have them start fabricating. That'd be great.
I mean, I consider you an early adopter and a forward thinker. So maybe that's in your future plans.
That'd be cool.
Just realized it.
That'd be really cool.
You know that we sell robots, right?
No,
That was kind of rude.
no. I'm talking like you've seen those, the actual like walking people, like they're like
I know what you mean.
humanoids. Yeah, that'd be cool.
I heard someone say Elon Musk predicted that by 2030, which oddly enough, as not far away as the 90s was, it's in 5 years from now, 2030, there'll be one humanoid robot for every 3 people.
That'd be sweet. I think that'd be cool.
So if you think about that, let's just say it's even remotely close to being true.
Yeah.
And I mean, if someone like that is making that type of prediction, I might bet on that.
Yeah.
It's 5 years away.
He doesn't blow smoke. That guy does
He
not.
might.
I mean,
He doesn't tell anyone about it.
I mean, everything he says, he does. He does it.
And he does it like that. You think the Chandlers don't play it? That guy does not play.
That's right.
Or do anything small. So if that's even remotely like a consideration to being a possibility, 5 years ago, think of what we were doing and how we were doing it.
I know.
And then if you take it into like a factory automation, industrial automation, food processing automation, packaging lens, we all have to be on our A game when it comes to being adaptable humans to technology.
Gotta be ready
or we're
for
going to
it.
get blown into smithereens.
100%. You gotta be prepared.
Because if the people that are thinking forward,
Mm-hmm.
that are considering like beyond our wild imagination what's going to be available to us in a handful of years, if we're not thinking about it,
Yeah.
like if we're just thinking about resisting, even just like maintaining,
Mm-hmm.
like we're not going to make it.
Yeah.
No one's going to make it. And so I bring this up because I just see so much resistance to, I mean, change always that's there, but adapting to the future and not just thinking about now, but soon.
Yeah. Yeah.
And what that looks like, and already budgeting for that humanoid robot
in five
or whatever it
within
is.
5 years, so much has changed.
Oh my God.
I mean, you really think about it. People look at it like, no, not really.
Okay,
but
so
it
5 years
has.
ago was what? 2019?
Yeah. I mean,
2019. Pre-COVID,
yep.
pre-ChatGPT,
Yep.
pre
AI.
a lot of stuff.
Well, same thing. Chat. Yeah, kind of same.
I mean, like we have incarnated a really fascinating time in history.
Kind of scary.
And I don't think that either of us would be placed, 1, at this time in history, 2, in this environment, right, around these types of incredible machineries, unless we were here to really do it rad, do it great. Just like, walking into your dad's business and seeing with a visionary eye what could be done. Like we do that for our customers
Yeah.
when they can't do it for themselves. Maybe you will have those robots in your facility.
Cool.
I'm sure they're going to be real cheap.
Oh,
You better start saving.
I think they already put prices on them, didn't they?
Stop it. I don't know. How much do they cost?
I think he said they were gonna be like 50 grand a pop or something. Like, it's not like that far-fetched. Like, it's not that unaffordable.
It's kind of cheaper than our machine.
Right. Oh, yeah. I mean, 50K? 50K
Sheesh.
for a person to just do tasks? How awesome is that?
I wonder what kind of tasks they could do.
I
Like,
don't
what
know.
would they do what would you have it do in your shop?
I don't know, do like a lot of the manual labor, like grinding
The
and
the unsafe things.
unsafe things,
Next
which
to
is
saws.
almost everything. I don't know. Pick up my kids from school. How cool would that be?
Ooh,
Drive the car.
what
Go
a
get
dad. Watch me be the first one to do that.
them.
That pickup line is torture.
Right? Oh, that's good.
Why do people not just follow the flow of traffic? It's a drop-off line at the school, not the parking lot where you take your kid to class.
Oh,
Don't get out of your car and take your kid out of the car and do a bunch of stuff and have a conversation when everybody's behind you waiting.
move.
You know
Move.
what? We could get those humanoid robots to keep the flow of traffic going.
Yeah.
Little orange vests.
Whistle. I don't know if they can whistle,
Heck
but
yeah.
they'll just have an alarm.
Oh my God. If the thing can't whistle, we got problems.
It'll just have an
Do
alarm on
so
its
many
head or something.
sounds.
Yeah.
You see someone open their door.
Yep. Yep.
So why would somebody use what you have to offer? To me, it looks like you connect everything.
Yeah. We will. Everybody has their niche equipment. You know, you have robots. You have the X-ray. You have the optical sorter. You have metal detectors,
Packaging
equipment, and all of that needs a bridge, and we're the bridge that connects all of that together. And I love that. I love knowing that. I love having to do that, because it's not just here it is. This is the only way to do it. No, you can get creative with it. You get creative. You can always make the design better. You can always.
You feel like it's an art?
It is kind of like art. It is. I think so. Even down to like how the machines look. It's like, you know, there's brands out there that, okay, they function, but they look like they did 30 years ago. You know, not only do I think it needs to perform well, I think it needs to look cool too. Why not have some pizzazz? You know,
Yeah.
it performs fast, but it's got to look fast, right?
I like that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you don't want to buy a fast car and have it look like a Honda.
Right. You want something that looks fast.
Yeah. And you want to be proud of it. You want to show it off.
Exactly.
Show your friends.
Exactly.
Be like, what you don't have.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's exactly right. I love that.
Yeah.
So what do you do to make it cool?
No, just like shapes and like certain angles, how things are. I could show you some stuff on the computer.
I don't even have like a capability
like
right
the
now.
yeah, I know, right? Like the shape of it, like certain cutouts. You could put the logo right there. You can, you know, like a vibratory conveyor. You don't want just some rectangle square. Here you go. Cool. No, you want some shape to it. You want some nice sharp angles.
Can you explain what that is? A vibratory
A
conveyor?
vibratory conveyor? So there's many types. So what a vibratory conveyor does is it has a frequency and amplitude. It has motors with weights in it that transfers the forces through spring flexures, is what they're called, to create an amplitude, like a stroke. And it's on an angle. It actually throws product forward. And it's at a very high speed, like a 900 RPM or 1200 or 1800 RPM, and it forces product to move forward. And you can use that in a lot of different applications, just plain transferring A to B, take it over there, or you can do screening. You can get rid of fines and dust, and it'll clean up product on its way with screens in the pan. You can do sizing, like for almonds or pistachios. There's many things you can do with vibratory. We even have a vibratory elevator. It's a spiraling screw that vibrates and forces product to actually travel up. And it's all with vibration.
And it sounds like there's a super large array of things that you can make. Like, do you feel like you can make anything anyone gave you to do?
There's a lot of things we can do. It's kind of comical. Our catalog's pretty big. We do vibratory conveyors. Like, we can do 100 different configurations of that. We do belt conveyors, 100 different configurations of that. Bucket elevators, you can only do so many. Maybe like 2 or 3 different shapes, like profiles. There's bin dumpers. We do, I think, 5 or 6 different style of
What's a bin dumper?
bin dumpers. So a lot of processors have their product comes in bins. They're about 4 foot by 4 foot, 4 foot tall, roughly. And they're full of product, like 2,000 pounds. Look, we're at the Almond Conference, so let's take almonds, for example. About 2,000 pounds worth of almonds, and you'll put them into a bin dumper is usually in the beginning of a process. They take their bin, put it in the dumper, press the button, it'll rotate the bins, dump all the product out.
Because a human certainly couldn't lift that up.
No, they cannot. 2,000
Certainly
pounds.
not repetitively.
I mean, they can shovel it out, but it'll take all day.
Yeah. So the bins come direct from the harvest.
Yeah.
From the farm.
Yep. They'll come in on the trucks, and forklifts will unload them, bring them into the processing facility, and load them into the dumpers.
I see. So that's the first point of connection from the grower to the processing facility.
Right.
Can you explain those stages? Meaning, we keep referencing a processing facility or a processor or these type of words.
Mm-hmm.
But can you explain what that means? So the stages, if that's the first point of contact, can you explain the steps for almonds, for instance?
No, so for almonds.
From there to when it is headed to the store?
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Because we hear, okay, the grower and then the store, but in between,
sure.
What happens?
I'll give you the cliff notes.
Sure.
So almonds, they'll go into a hulling facility, and they get hulled.
What does that mean, hulling?
They go through a hulling process. I wish Andre was here with RMC. He could explain all of this a lot more in detail.
We'll get him next.
We'll get him wherever he's at.
But I still don't know what that means, huller.
So
hulling.
there's a hull on the nut.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the skin, and that gets removed, and then there's the shell, and then they remove the hull. It's hulling and shelling. They'll take off the hulls, they'll take off the shells, and then you have the kernel, the almond kernel.
That's what we eat.
And that's what we eat. After that, it goes into further processing. It'll go to sometimes they don't even remove shell. They'll do in-shell processing, and you can sell just in-shell almonds also. But then you can do kernel. After the hulling and shelling process, they go to the processing facility. They can do you do optical sorting and sizing. So you have your 8 grades.
So
typically.
The bin dumper would dump it into like a box or a conveyor, or what happens where does it dump it into?
The bin dumper, it dumps into a hopper, big surge collection tank.
Like a big rabbit?
Big what?
Sorry, you said hopper.
Oh.
I was trying to confuse you. Sorry.
We'll call it a tank.
Okay, a big tank.
Big tank.
Thank
and
you.
You'll fill it with nuts, and then there's a vibratory feeder under it that'll meter all of it out into the further process.
When you say meter, like measure how much is coming out at a
Yeah,
certain speed.
It won't be all at once.
I see.
Right. It'll slowly just trickle out, so you get a nice even flow. Typically, it'll go up an elevator, and then it'll go through a pre-clean process. After hulling and shelling, during transport, moving around, there's fines and broken pieces sometimes, and it needs to get pre-cleaned again. It'll go through that, and then it'll go through optical sorting, where the 3U machine really shines. It picks out foreign material defects, insect damage, stuff like that. We can get Rio on here too. He can explain all of that.
Mm-hmm.
It'll go to optical sorting, and then it could go to sizing. And typically in almonds, there's 8 sizes. You'll do all that sizing, and then they go back into bins, or they'll go into super sacks. They're just big bags, and away it goes. I mean, that's real vague.
That's pretty detailed.
Breakdown. I mean, there's also like blanching, there's flavoring, there's roasting, there's packaging. There's all kinds of things.
But the part that you build things for is mostly for what you described.
Mostly is all the bulk handling. So like we do the dumpers, we do the pre-clean Vibratory. We do the bucket elevators, the transfers, all the transition chutes for like the 3U sorter. We handle all of that.
Why would these business owners choose what you have to offer over somebody else?
We make a quality machine, quality equipment. We really pride ourselves on service. They need us, we are there. We answer our phones immediately. We show up immediately. We just take care of our customers. We have a lot of returning customers, which is a good feeling. And we're real proud of it.
As you should be.
Yeah. Because there's a lot of competition out there that they'll just, they put in their line, they put in their equipment, and see ya. Well, hey, we need your help. Oh, we'll get back to you. We're not that way. We show up. We get it done.
That's rare. That's sadly rare.
It is sad, right? It's sad.
It's like
But
disrespectful,
it
I
is.
think, to not be that way.
It is. I don't know why some companies are like that, but we choose not to be. We want to leave a good impression. I mean, my last name's on the equipment. I want to make sure that our customers are well taken care
You
of.
can tell that you really care.
I do. We all do at our company. You guys do too.
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah.
Well, how can someone find you if they're interested in working with you or getting some things made for their processing
Oh, they can
factories?
reach us through Chandler Automation. They can reach us online. We have a great online presence with a nice website. Word of mouth is actually pretty big. We always get referred, which is nice. But I like having Chandler work with us on meeting with new clients. It's great. We love it.
We love it, Tim. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy conference day to
Oh my gosh, of course. This is
sit
great.
and explain some of the details
Yeah.
that may seem obvious when you're doing it every day, but maybe not to everybody else.
Oh, this is fun. Had a great time. Thanks, Lacey.
Thank you.
Yeah.